Hello, Daddy folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review, and we have arguably the best throwback from 2021, the most authentic throwback, that is, the Lajoie Zerex Spire Motorsports number 7 throwback. This is an incredible diecast. I think years from now, you're going to wish you had this car, guys. This is going to be one epic review. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. Alrighty, folks, right out of the good old box, and check out this diecast. The first thing that I noticed with this car, it has like a satin matte finish to it, which is something I didn't know. But I don't know if that's accurate to the real car or not, but I tell you what, the texture, beautiful. I mean, a matte finish white race car to me is so awesome. I don't know why, but it just kind of has that snow kind of texture to it. Really, really cool looking stuff. So this is the most authentic throwback, arguably, in NASCAR Gen 6 history, and here's why, fellas. Not only was this car the same number, the same sponsor, only thing it didn't have is the same manufacturer, which, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. There's no more Ford Thunderbirds. But it was also ran and built out of the same race shop that the original car was done, which was Alan Kawicki's shop back in the early 90s. So this paint scheme literally had everything go for it, except it didn't have a Ford Thunderbird logo on the front. Yeah, Lajoie right there, Zerex. And I tell you, man, this was the coolest throwback of 2021, the most authentic one, and I think almost everyone could agree. It might not have been the best looking paint scheme, but certainly the most authentic one. So you got Spire Motorsports right there. The front end's a little bit crooked there. You got the number 7. No Sunoco decals in the front. Now, this is really cool here. Check this out. All the little contingency panel decals, they put them all in one area. Now, I will admit it's a little bit skewed, but, you know, it does happen. So you have, you know, we got Built Bar, you got Schluter Systems, Cometic, of course, our friends over there at Circle B Diecast, which that's where I picked up this car. If you'd like to pick up this car as well and save on shipping, make sure to check out that promo code down below, guys. It helps out the channel. And you can save on shipping, guys. Any orders $30 more, use code Diecastbuffet. But you got the Darlington logo there. You got NASCAR salutes, a good year. Some of these logos that could have been placed better, I will admit. You got Corey LaJoie there. I like the retro simplified kind of a cursive font almost. I got Schluter Systems, Wix Air Filters, Spire Motorsports, Chevrolet. Love that number 7 font. That is, like, if they wanted to change their number 7 font to that, I would have no problem with it, guys. I got Zerex. Nothing on the side panel, nothing over here. Very clean paint scheme. Let's go to the back end of the car. Zerex once again. Z01 Camaro 1LE, number 7, Spire Motorsports. And the reason why they came back to sponsors, I want to say it is a portion of DuPont, a portion of Axalta, somewhere along those lines. And I don't know if they're still in business or not, but the fact that they got them on the race car is just incredible. I mean, it's just, I love when you see sponsors come out of the woodwork to fulfill their, you know, their throwbacks, like Tide. When they came back after years of not being in the sport, they came back on Matt Kenseth's car to do the Craven throwback. Or Greg Biffle with the Hooters paint scheme. That was a great throwback. Sometimes they'll come out of the woodwork. It reminds me of that Eric Darnell truck that he ran. It was either 2020 or 2021, the Eric Darnell truck. The guy hasn't raced in like a decade. He came back with the same sponsor, same number, everything. Or I believe it was the same number. It was such a cool throwback from his 08 or 09 season. You go to the roof of the car here, and just a simple black, kind of a maroon red font there. So clean, so simple. Nothing on the deck lid, but this is one of those paint schemes that I really don't mind the simplicity of it. Not having a bunch of logos, not having a bunch of, you know, just a bunch of sponsorship on it. I think this paint scheme is just so good that it speaks for itself. The dark to light blue, the yellow, kind of a dandelion orange, to a, I would say, a frosted maroon red. It's very, very cool looking paint scheme, guys. Retro, great throwback. In terms of accuracy, you cannot make a paint scheme more accurate than this. Again, the only difference was it was a Ford Thunderbird, and this is a Chevrolet Camaro. But even if they ran a Ford, it would still be a Mustang. You know what I'm saying? So this is the most accurate you could probably get to this car, and what an incredible looking paint scheme. Now, this car did come out a little bit earlier in the Authentics line. And I think they had an early release at the tracks, which, you know, that was months ago, I believe. And that's okay. I'm more than willing to wait for the Gold Series to come out because, you know, who's going to go and pay, you know, all the money to go to the track, pay $13, $14 just for one car when you could just be patient and get it shipped to your house, you know, for a great rate. So, yeah, I'd rather be patient with it. What a great looking car, though. How do I feel like this car is going to, you know, go in the future? Do I think it's going to dry up? Do I think it's going to hang around? I have no idea, because the core Lajoie cars for 2021, I think, are kind of an animal of their own. You think about the Schluter Systems car, that thing's already dried up. That was the first 2021 car to kind of go to the moon, so to speak. This one, I have no idea, because it did get an Authentics release, right? You do have the Built Bar car, which is circulating, so people are buying that and pre-ordered that as well. I think there's enough core Lajoie cars to go around. You know, we're not talking about a Austin Cindric 33 scenario or J.J. Yaley 15 car scenario. Throwbacks generally don't dry up. I'm going to say this one's going to hang around for a long time. I don't think it's going to dry. I truly don't think it's going to dry maybe 10 years from now. But who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong on this. But nonetheless, if you haven't picked up this car, guys, what are you doing? This is an amazing looking paint scheme. Retro, awesome looking race car, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you can, please give it a huge thumbs up. And thank you for watching the Zerex throwback on the core Lajoie Darlington race car. Beautiful race car, guys. Have a great one. Diecastbuffet, signing off.